Today, we're going to talk about, I think, probably one of the best budget heroes available that can do effectively any of the content with a little bit of help. It makes it very easy. If you have bad RNG, if you're not able to get your login legendaries or anything else up and running, you have Ironclad. And the reason why Ironclad is so amazing, I'll tell you in just a second, is because he is one of the easiest guys to build. He's got one of the most affordable sets to get. So, regeneration and life, both very accessible early on. You get them from login rewards as well. Um, and he's got a very easy kit to utilize. And so he's got his Wallop, of course, which has 25% chance of placing 100% heal reduction, debuff for 2 turns. It's HP and attack. Not particularly outstanding. It's good for healing fights, of course. So you can plug him into a lot of teams. You can give him a 25% increase attack buff on allies for 2 turns. Not phenomenal, right? You can get better from other fights. And then, of course, the real reason why he matters is his Bloodburst. And Bloodburst, when healed, will attack all enemies, inflicting damage proportional to any surplus heal. Damage inflicted is equal to 50% of any surplus heal. Now, that sounds alright, right? Where it really plays into it, though, is if you happen to pull a blessing for him and you're able to gear him with a little bit of healing, you can actually make him a massive AoE cleaver. Now, the great thing is that I pulled a decent spirit form, was able to get that. I ran with Survival Instinct. I think it's probably one of the better options just because turn meter. Where he is super effective is really in his support tree, and it's simply because the HP that you get gives you more damage on your surplus healing, which is the important part to it. Now I ran out of gems, or I would have changed his defense tree to his offense. Would have gone with crit damage. Lo and behold, some counterattack stuff, etc. I would have avoided Life Drinker because I don't want because his heal has an internal 1 turn cooldown. You don't want to accidentally use a weak baby heal in turn of your actual heal. So pretty standard in terms of support. Didn't really need accuracy. The one thing I was trying to scale up, which I'm having a hard time just finding the right items for it, was more crit damage. The important part, though, was having the 100% crit, and of course having as much HP and speed as possible. So didn't have really optimized that here. Obviously, you can see it's a little all over the place. Because he's rare, he's going to have lower baseline stats, which makes it a little bit more challenging to gear out for. But overall, the sets are very easy to get. Now you say, Feeds, this isn't a budget set. This is a plus 16 fully ascended gear. I know. I make these builds to show you how they can solo things. And then when we implement them in with groups, you can obviously use lower stuff with it. Now the cool thing is that you can run with any healer in the game and be phenomenal at doing damage. And the reason why is because the heal with your tankiness allows you to basically kill anything and everything you want to. He's been able to do level 20 Spider. He's been able to do 15 Minotaur. He's been able to do Dragon, Ice Keep, whatever. It's important, though, that if you don't have a decent amount of resistance, and this is where he doesn't scale up well on the hard mode stuff, is that if he doesn't have a high enough resistance, he gets cut by debuffs, heal reduction, stuns, etc. If you get CC'd, you don't do well in this guy. So just be mindful of that. You have to have a little bit of resistance in there, and this is where your limiting factor to go higher up with this fighter goes. He works well with War Priest. Woad the Painted, I don't have, works well with him. The higher the heal, so for instance, your apothecaries, who have the 35% heal, the higher the heal and the more healing you can do, so if you can get crit heals, the better off the damage is. Now the kicker is you need him then to be just as fast as this. This apothecary isn't super geared, doesn't have full masteries, but when he heals, per hit he can get 20k damage on the mobs with using Ironclad. You can do Maruka. She's pretty good too. I don't have her super geared up. You can do anyone that heals. Where you want it to be careful, though, is if you have a guy who heals on his attacks, like Catiel, etc., he will mitigate how much damage you do with Ironclad because of the internal 1-turn CD. So I'm going to show you real quick, just on a minute, star 15, The clear speed with just Ironclad is about 3.5 minutes on this. If you're doing the campaign, if you're farming Brutal, it's 56 seconds is what I've gotten it to with Ironclad with 3 food on there to do it. So it's not phenomenally fast, but if you've got nothing else and you don't need a healer for the campaign, Ironclad's the man. So here, I'll show you real quick just with Apothecary. Again, you saw my Apothecary's not super geared. Oh. So here we go. We don't even need to speed up. You see everyone right here. And then, bop! 2020, 2017, 18. Huge, right? Now, of course, you go bop. You get a little damage in there. A little 9,200 damage right there. This is where it gets so funny, because if your guy's not geared, obviously your healer, if he doesn't survive it, he only is so useful with it. So I get my regen. I clicked for about 4,500 on each of those. I kill again. Bap. I have my passive healing with it, and then here we go. Dead. Oh no, because of the internal CD. So you go. Whoop. He'll probably die here because he just isn't geared. Point. That's right. No worries. See, I healed through it. Caught up to it. It wasn't as much because of the fact that I was below 100%. Healed there. Hit him for about 2,200. Boop. 3,000. 2,500. Whoop. 3,350. And then boop. Little damage there. So it is a great, and as you can see, the passive regen does a ton of damage with it. So it's not, again, it requires a little tankiness with them. Obviously, you can see the healing and damage done with it is insane. Ironclad does really well on almost all the fights. Again, anything that CCs or heal reduction, you have a little bit of a problem with. I haven't had any issues on the keeps themselves doing with it. I haven't really toyed around too much with the high-level Sand Devils. I think I did level 6 with them, and ran with Apothecary. But you have to remember, with these max HP reductions, once his damage is significantly mitigated with it. So not particularly strong in all of the places, but does really well. Phenomenal Spider's Den. I really want to toy around just running with Lily 2 and 2 healers and see how far I can take it. I'll probably do that for another video. But Ironclad, he's the man. He's literally everything you could do that you ever need to do in terms of content. If you have nothing else, bad RNG, whatever it is, he's the clear for it. Easy sets, regen HP, makes it super easy for you. Stats, not phenomenally optimized, as you can see. I don't have a bunch of affinity bonuses or anything else like that. 71k HP. 102% crit, 128 crit damage. And then, of course, the speed, 217. The faster you get him, the more damage he does. That and HP are going to be your 2 effective components with it. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to see this build done in a certain dungeon, I don't mind running it. I probably won't be taking this gear off him for a while, because I'm going to try and do some different builds with him. Probably make a 4 healer team with him and see if I can optimize. I can speed him into doing like clan boss or something like that significantly. But phenomenal guy. Ironclad, super easy pull, rare pull, orcs. I really wanted to try around with some of that stuff, but it would take it out of the budget side of building with him. You could potentially run with Slayer set or with some of the more advanced sets with there. See if Stone Skin or something like that works with you as well, in terms of it. But it all depends on how you want to build them. You can build them for solo or group content, and it's going to change a little bit how his set goes with it. If you're not doing solo content, you don't need to run Regeneration particularly. You could run Immortal with something else. I was thinking of doing something like Slayer, where I could just get massive amounts of damage. His heal damage also scales off of crit damage as well. So if you can get more crit damage on top of the heal, they can critically hit, which means that when he does hit, it'll just do more damage to it. So you get some additional modifiers that make him incredibly impactful with it. But again, because I built him for solo, I built him a particular way. I would also take my masters and put them in attack rather than the defensive nodes, which would also give him some more damage. They crit damage, and then of course, like I said, if you run with Slayer, at least get up to your 3-piece. If you're able to get your 4-piece right, you get your turn meter plus speed plus crit damage plus crit rate, which just makes it more impactful, and you can potentially run with crit damage set as well. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please let me know. If you'd like me to do other builds with this guy or someone else, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll do a guide for it. But really, I want to try and appeal to bad RNG, newer players, and things that don't have access to either your credit cards, you don't have access to all the opportunities that maybe some older players have, you don't have a good clan, etc. You're more than welcome to join mine, Feeding Titans. I kill all the clan bosses every day for you guys, so you can get the double chest. But super easy and affordable guy, super budget build in terms of what you can do. So until next time, guys, I appreciate your comments and your views, and if you need anything, just let me know. Thank you.